Welcome to this video from Dubb. My name is Ruben Dua, the CEO and founder of Dubb, and I am on with Chris Kirkpatrick. No, not the one from NSYNC, the real Chris Kirkpatrick.
Nice.
And we were just on a podcast recording. In fact, I encourage you guys to go check out that recording on our YouTube and our Facebook channels. And he mentioned something after we closed out, and it sort of gave me this massive rush of blood to the head. That's a Coldplay song album. And what he said was, I've got something to share with you. And this was after the recording was done. And he says, I closed a $3.4 million deal using Dubb. And I said, time out. I said, hold off to share this story until we get on a video, because that's exciting as hell. So Chris, take us through this story. What happened? I will also add one more element to this because we like to keep it dynamic.
Sure.
Here I have with me the famous Rob Botts, a cartoonist and an illustrator. And what he's actually doing right now is he's creating an illustration to show exactly this story. So by the end of this video, we are going to be showing an illustration.
That's pretty awesome.
So what happened?
I need to get me a Rob like that guy. So the funny thing is I think in our podcast interview, I mentioned, I started off in the insurance financial space. And then when I got into marketing, I ended up going completely full on into the marketing and what I would call the Dream 100 space. And so doing a lot of business development through affiliate marketing, unique channels, so on and so forth. And so I ended up getting, ironically, and I never ever thought I would work in this industry, but I ended up getting a client in the commercial cleaning industry. And so, the owner, the CEO of the company, was like, hey, what can you do for us to help us? And I was we were out of, like, not even in a place where we're talking business. And then he just hit me with this, and I was like, wow, we hopped on a whiteboard, and I would just kind of like drew some things out for him. He's like, okay, when can you start? And I was like, I guess next week. That's fine. And so he asked me to put this whole program together. And one of the things that I did was I was like, we need to use Dubb to connect with people, because what we were doing is we were going after big building owners, like Class A buildings, which are huge, that have, potentially hundreds of thousands of square feet. Right. And so what these places do is they put multiple cleaners in them, like, a porter, I don't even know all the terms, but big places, lots of service. The contracts are massive. And so I was like, give me your dream 10, I told him. And he gave me his list of top 10 places he wanted to close. And so what I did was I went into Dubb, and I just basically, like, first of all, I was sending them emails. Nobody was responding. I was sending them phone calls. Nobody was responding. So what I did, you're going to love this, is I got them fire tablets, right? And I got Dubb, and I recorded videos, my video with Dubb. I put it on, I got the link. I then took the link and I put it into a file on the fire tablet, and I sent them the fire tablet. And when he opened the fire tablet, the Dubb video popped open. And right?
You got to teach us how you did that.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And so the fire tablet opens up, and he has to watch the Dubb, and he calls me up and he's like, dude, who are you? He's like, he goes, so he goes, I went and I searched all my contact, because in the Dubb, I mentioned, I'm like, hey man, I've been trying to reach you. I've got this offer for you. And I was literally offering $50,000 of cleaning for free for his first month, just to get him to convert. Right. So I was like, if you don't like money, it's fine. Like, I get it, and I don't remember exactly how I put it all, but I'm always pretty chill. Like, I'm never Mr. Formal sales guy. Nothing kills me more in this world more than unnecessary formality. So it's like, I gave him, this video. He calls me up. He's like, I just searched my email. I found your email. I've been like figuring it out. And I've got this coin, because I included a coin in there too. Like a challenge coin. Do you know what a challenge coin is?
No.
So a challenge coin is like something the military uses, to remember, to be better, to support their fellow officers or something like that. But what I did is I took the challenge coin and
is this a military challenge coin?
Yeah, that's it. That's
okay. So I've had a military challenge coin on my desk, and I didn't know it was a military challenge coin on my desk. Okay,
that's what it is.
Got it.
What it is. So okay. So what I did was I took something like that, and I made it a little bigger. And I put the company name in the middle, and I said $50,000 off your first month cleaning, had them custom made. I put it in a box that like a ring with a nice plush like case around it. And I
like
had
a Quentin Tarantino moment.
Yeah, totally, man. And I did that. And he's like, dude, I have never been, he goes, I tell you what, I've never been like hit with such a unique like sales, process and pitch. So I'll hear you out. And so I can't say the name of the company because of confidentiality and stuff, but what I can say is this is a company name that everybody will have heard of. If you live in cold weather, you've probably got their clothing and or some of their fabric and material on you. And so we ended up closing their whole campus in Phoenix and Flagstaff. And it was a $3.4 million deal. And we closed it less than 30 days later after sending this out.
That is unbelievable.
Yep.
Who are you?
It was awesome, man.
So I watch a review of you on Dubb on YouTube. I invite you to the podcast. I learned that you're a Power Dubb user, that you closed a $3.4 million deal, that your wife just won Miss American 2021.
Mrs.
American.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And who are you? What else do we need to learn? So I want to keep learning about you, keep this relationship going. Couple of questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number one is, how do you plant a video on a Fire tablet so that when they open it or turn it on, it activates, it plays automatically? Question number one.
So that's a great question. I've got one of the guys on my team that figured out how to do it. I don't even know how to do it. So, but I can figure that out and I'll get it to you.
Okay, cool. So that's the first question. It's, Fire tablet is built on the Android platform. So there's going to have to be something that you write into the script when the operating system loads up so that it displays. Very, very interesting. And then
I think just for full transparency, I think what he did though, it wasn't even that complicated. What he did was he erased all the other icons. And you know how you can custom name an icon in like an icon on the screen?
Yeah, like
he made it like he got rid of all the other icons, put that one in the center, and when it booted up, it said click here first, kind of thing.
Okay, got it. And that makes sense. And maybe a custom background image.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
And then the second question is the coin that you mentioned. This one is actually from Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. I went to Hawaii. Funny enough, I didn't buy this. I didn't even go to Pearl Harbor on my last trip. I found this. It was just on the street somewhere. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to grab that because no one else will. Yeah. So my question is, when you mentioned that you put their logo on a metal coin, is that what you said?
So no, I took the company that I was representing, their logo, I put on a metal coin. Right.
How did you do that?
Oh yeah. So if you go online, you can go check out like custom challenge coin design. I got 100 of them made because I was prospecting, like trying to get these massive clients. I mean, we ended up, this is a big deal, but we ended up doing like $7 million worth of business using this strategy, like
that's amazing.
Just like sending stuff out and, but like, this is another challenge coin. Like this is 9 Line Apparel. I just got back from their foundation event. So like, it was actually very similar to this. Like you can take this and put any company logo in the middle. You can get all these custom made, whatever, how you could say it, whatever you wanted to say, you can make it completely custom to your brand, your logo. You can make it color. You can coat it with an epoxy. So, it's a different feel.
And so you just buy one unit for the prospect. So if it's the CEO, you just buy one of those, or do you buy 10? And then
I bought 100 of them that were the same because I used it as a sales tactic, right? So like each coin, like, so the philosophy, the sales process that we were doing is anybody that was willing to switch over, because in that space with commercial cleaning, to move to a new cleaner is a bit cumbersome and it's time consuming and it's expensive. So the lead magnet, so to speak, was this thing that said, hey, if we had the video, we had the coin, we had a couple other little pieces of paper. I even threw in, to close the deal, I threw in a pair of Cubs tickets when they came to the Diamondbacks game because I stalked him online and he was a hardcore Cubs fan. So, you spend some money on this, but when the deal is worth that much money, it's worth doing. And so, I made 100 of them because they were like $4.70 each or $3.70 each to make them. So it's like nothing. So I spent like less than $500 to make 100 of them. and after shipping, after everything. And it was awesome.
Amazing. Amazing. So just to recap here, we have a story here. I see a number of folks just popped into the live video here. I think it's because of the title. This is one of those. This is not a clickbait video.
No,
this is a click truth video. Okay, so we are delivering on our promise that's presented in the title. I promise that. So just to kind of recap what we're talking about here, Chris here. In fact, I encourage you guys to go connect on Chris's channels. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and share just to take a moment here. I'm going to just kind of show his social channels. So on Instagram, Real Chris Kirkpatrick, not the one from NSYNC. Okay. Life 180 on YouTube. He's got a lot of content here, almost 11,000 subscribers. Super, super exciting. His website, cashflowhacking.com. And then, of course, connect with him on LinkedIn. Him and I have, I think, 60 mutual contacts, which means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So anyways, so, back to the story here. So you recorded a video, you put that, recap this for me. I love hearing this.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I got a client in the commercial cleaning industry. So I have a business development agency. That's one of the companies that I do. And I usually help financial professionals. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy from the commercial cleaning industry was like, will you help me? And I was like, I don't know, like, not sure. Why not? And we ended up having this conversation and I ended up doing it. So he asked me to put a plan together, and my plan because we were going after people that were pretty hard to reach, people that owned or ran Class A buildings that were hundreds of thousands of square feet big, right? So those people are extremely hard to reach. And so, they don't respond to your emails. They have gatekeepers, or it's impossible to get through. And so I work with Dana, actually got mentored by a guy named Dana Derricks, who wrote the book called The Dream 100 book, which is basically where I learned this strategy from. So I got to give him props. I can't take credit for it, but I implemented it and it worked beautifully. So I went out and I said, you know what are we going to do? I'm going to go get a fire tablet. I actually got a bunch of fire tablets still left over from this project. I got to get a fire tablet. I'm going to record a Dubb video. And I had my tech guy take the Dubb video, put it on a link, clear the rest of it out on the fire tablet. So when they opened the fire tablet, and there was a little note, I had a custom note saying, hey, this fire tablet's our gift to you. Watch a video on it, whatever. And he opened it up, and then the Dubb video played. And then I had a challenge coin kind of like this that was custom made. And it had, $50,000 off your first month of cleaning. And after literally weeks of not being able to get a hold of this guy, him not responding to me, whatever, he gets this, he calls me up and he's like, dude, who are you? Like, nobody does this. This is like the most unique form of being sold to that I've ever experienced. And just because of that, I'm going to give you a little time. And so I ended up being able to set the meeting with this guy. And then I got me and the owner. And the owner of the cleaning company is like, listen, man, you set this deal. He goes, you're coming with me, crash or burn. We're doing this together. And so I went and we actually he didn't sign on the dotted line that day, but virtually closed him on the spot. Within 30 days, they had committed, and it was a $3.4 million contract. Nice. Oh, your audio.
And there it is. There's the illustration that the great Rob Boss just actually is illustrated in real time.
I love it, man. That's awesome.
What a cool illustration. Now,
That's
is he
awesome,
opening a box of donuts or is that a laptop? Please say donuts. Please say donuts.
Who doesn't love Dubb? Hey, who doesn't love Dubb donuts?
I can't eat donuts. My wife will get after me, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's my idea. Sending boxes of donuts to our prospects. Hopefully they don't get lost in the mail and end up, 3 weeks late.
Exactly.
I think in that case, they'd be more like paperweights.
Pretty much.
But anyways, Chris, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I really appreciate you, man. So good to connect here.
You too, man.
And I look forward to the next one. We have a webinar that we have to plan together. That's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Let's do it. All right, brother. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.